Sonnies, you know how much we love talking about Hastings, and now we have a beautiful event to talk about. The Midsummer Farm Dinner is bringing together local flavors, seasonal ingredients, handcrafted cocktails, live music, and the simple joy of gathering around the table in the beautiful venue over on Hastings Main Street. Joining us today is no secret to this show, one of the fierce, the fabulous, and the lovely Jena Dennis, and of course, Chef Ellie Rose. Hi, ladies.
Hi,
Hello.
thanks for having us.
Guys, I'm so excited you had this really cool partnership together. You're going to the beautiful venue, and we have Midsummer Farm Dinner. This is amazing. Talk about this concept.
Yeah, it's super exciting. We are thrilled to partner, of course, with Chef Ellie and all of her expertise. It's something we just started. This is our second one, and we're going to try to do these every other month. And it's just a great way to partner with local chefs and showcase their talent, but also showcase all of our farmers. So we try to source as much as possible locally. And it's been amazing. The turnout was great at the last one. We had a lot of fun. So if you haven't made plans yet for tomorrow night, we still have some tickets available.
Awesome. Okay.
And I'll let Chef Ellie tell you all about the menu and the yumminess coming forward.
Yeah. So, Ellie, last time we talked to you, obviously James Beer Dinner.
Yeah.
We have to hear an update. How was it?
It was amazing.
I mean, you looked amazing. You were shining in your moment.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of nerve-wracking because I had the last course, so watching all the other chefs jumping in and helping, and then just kind of waiting for my time to get my food out. But it went super smooth, and my ice cream was pretty and delicious, and I think it blew a lot of people's minds because I did a celery ice cream.
Yes.
And
The ants on a log, right? It was the
yeah.
play on the ants on a log.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I had Mayhaw toffee, and Mayhaw's like a little berry that's just local to the area. A lot of people don't even know what it is. And some like peanut and cacao nib dust, and I think a lot of people were like, "What is this?" But then I wouldn't stop eating it. So it was, it felt really great. So
We heard from several people over at the Pena Peck House, which is an extraordinary ladies, the women's exchange, and they had so much fun that night, and it was just really cool to have that moment, and which leads us to this moment now, which you kind of are remixing a little bit. I mean, here you are, you're having Midsummer Farm Table. Talk about this concept and where this all came from.
well, I mean, as soon as Jenna asked me to do anything, I kind of
Me
jumped on
too,
board.
yeah.
I mean, I love Hastings Main Street and like what they're doing, kind of revitalizing the area. And I also, anytime I write her and say, "Hey, tell me about this property," she's like immediately telling me all about it. So it's kind of this thing where I'm like, yes, I want to support you, and the venue's amazing. First of all, I'm really excited to do a dinner there, but then also a challenge. Whenever I have a theme, I love having something there. You know, give me a theme and I can run with it. Especially farm to table. The season, this is a really tricky season right now. It's kind of all of the things in spring are over. The summer hasn't quite popped off yet. So, you know, reaching out to all of the farmers and friends I have that have farm stands and finding out what's in season. And they're like, not a lot.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
you know, it's very beginning of okra season. Corn's kind of ending. Tomatoes are ending. Peaches, you have to go a little more north, like, you know, Georgia. So it's just kind of an interesting thing to figure out. Lots of potatoes still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I will be using Wilson Farms potatoes and like a couple,
Yay.
like the feed mill. They did the last dinner, and I immediately reached out to them and like, what do you have that's local? And they're growing okra. They have really cute red okra that's like really short and little.
Oh, fun.
I love
So
okra.
yeah, it's
So
gonna.
good.
There is a lot of seasonal stuff. It's just sourcing it was like a challenge, and I had fun doing it. So.
Now, do you think about how many guests are going to be in the venue at that time before you design the menu, or is this not like I have the menu and then the guests will roll right into it?
I'm gonna try to cap it. I think it's a big difference on the menu for 150 people versus 20 or 30 people.
True, yeah.
So I always go into when I'm doing something more than like 20 people to know that I'm gonna cook 80% of it ahead of time, and you never know what's going to happen the day of. You
Yeah.
want to be able to be completely prepared and know that everything, maybe you just need to warm up half of it. You know, I'm doing a salad, things that I can put out there that I'm not going to have to freak out the last minute for.
Yeah. So Jenna, why did you guys come up with this concept? I mean, I love that you're partnering with local chefs and local farms and kind of making that synergy there. Why is the venue the most perfect spot for this?
So our goal was really to give people in the community, and community not just Hastings, but all of St. Johns County, and even, you know, folks are coming from Palatka and surrounding communities, to get together and have a relaxed evening of hanging out, eating good food, and talking, and just enjoying each other's company. It's been a lot of fun meeting new faces, people that were curious to see, what is the venue all about. It's just an opportunity. I feel like next year, we're starting to book a lot of weddings and events for next year because, most people book out a year. So we're taking advantage of this time where we don't have an event planned every weekend to be able to do stuff like this that is more meaningful to us, that is really just a way for us to connect with people.
Yeah. Ellie, I mean, this is a new venue. I mean, it's a different spot. I mean, it's almost like learning how to ride a bicycle again and something different. Does the venue have everything that you need as to make this successful?
I actually haven't been. I just asked her. I was like, "Can you please send me pictures of the space?" I'm sure that it does. I think the thing that I do right now is really pivot a lot. So I'm going as a private chef into Airbnbs and different people's houses where I don't know exactly what the setup is, and knowing that I have to be prepared for kind of any situation. I know that this is going to be, she sent me the pictures like, oh, I have everything.
I mean, girl, like you were literally MacGyver.
Oh,
Like
let me
I've
tell
seen
you.
a card table, a wing and a prayer, and you make it like luxury. I love it.
My favorite. Okay, the venue's gorgeous. The ceiling is amazing.
Ooh,
That's
the
when we
ceiling.
went.
Shout out, Alan.
But the most thought out part of that entire place is the women's restroom.
Okay.
The
Goodness,
bridal
yeah.
suite. Because let me tell you, when you're in a wedding gown and you sit on the toilet,
Yeah.
my wedding gown, the train of my gown fell in the toilet. Actually.
Oh, no.
So, but just a little bit of it.
I wore Japan.
But I will tell you, you thought that through. And when I went to the venue and I went to use the bathroom, I was like, oh my God. this is
Right.
amazing.
All
And
the
that right there,
details.
Yeah, I
just
told
the
you that is
details.
like a pet peeve. There's like so many little things that I experience going to formal events and being dressed nicely, and that was one of them. I like pitched a fit with the contractor. He's like, "We can't make this work. It won't fit." And I'm like, "Yes, it will. Here's what we're in." We redesigned the bathroom stalls a few different times to figure out the plumbing and the logistics, just to make sure if you were dressed up, you can get in and out of the bathroom stall without straddling the toilet.
That's
So-
amazing.
Yes.
That really, truly is a gift.
It's the little things in life.
Absolutely. Speaking of little things, talk about some of the little bites that we might be experiencing on this
Ooh, my favorite part.
Okay. So, the perfect bite's kind of always something that I'm excited to do, and hors d'oeuvres kind of really showcase that. I did get some really amazing seafood. Well, it's not seafood. It's a fish dip, a smoked fish from Bell's, which is just around the corner off of Main Street in
Awesome.
Hastings. And I'm going to do little bites with that. I'm frying some kettle fried potato chips to go with that. And there's a couple other things. I'm doing a heirloom tomato farmer's cheese, kind of like a caprese, making my own cheese. Which,
Okay.
is exciting because it's some of those things that I'm really stretching the limits of, like, oh, I've always wanted to do this. I'm getting this fresh cream and buttermilk from Wainwright Dairy. Like, why not make my own
Yeah.
cheese with it?
Right.
I remember growing up, my Nona, we would go to New Jersey every year, and I have pictures somewhere, I need to find them, and she taught us how to make homemade mozzarella. Because let me tell you, my Nona refused to get certain things from the grocery store, pastas, breads, she made it all. And there's pictures
That's
of us
like
little
true.
making
I
homemade
love this.
mozzarella.
Yeah.
So the fact that you just said that, it's like, oh my God.
What are your thoughts on
Flashback.
burrata? This is a hot topic
yeah.
in my group of friends.
So I love burrata.
Some say it's too creamy and it's a waste of time. I think that's
I
terrible.
think it can be topped with like really amazing things. I
Yeah.
think it's kind of like the same way I feel about tofu, where it's
It
a
tastes like
vessel
anything
for
you cook
other,
it in.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
other flavors.
That's
Right.
a great point.
Yeah, I think that I've had it. I've made it with like a lemon jam before
Ooh.
and bacon, and then it's like all of these other salty, sweet, sour things that go with it. The creaminess works.
Do you think, David, do you think she's going to want, I brought some of the string cheese from the Kangaroo. You think Chef Ellie's going to want one?
Chef Ellie, we have found out we are string cheese specialists on this show. I know we're digressing a little bit from the interview,
have
but
to. That's about food.
But this is really, I mean, the Circle K string cheese is
It's the
extraordinary.
best.
I know
Okay.
people are in the audience screaming at the screen right now.
I'm
but
going to
it's
get
really
you, I
good,
have,
yeah.
I brought extras. I'm going to give you one.
There's some butteriness
I can't
about
wait.
it.
I have no idea what it is, but one day I was at the gas station getting my dandy sandwich, and I was like, I'm going to try the string cheese. And I'll tell you what, I am addicted, and they were out.
Award winning.
So I went and got, there were only 5 left, so I bought them all.
They
Oh
put them
my
on. They
gosh,
put her on the
that is
wait
so
list.
funny.
Yeah, and they
Yes.
called her when it was in stock.
So
Yeah.
you
I
gotta
don't know,
try
Ellie.
it.
I kind of feel like that's like challenge accepted.
Yeah.
Like your next thing is
Oh,
going to
I'm
have to
gonna
be
get it right now.
string cheese.
Yeah.
Please name it after Mel. So Jenna, I do want to ask you, why is this important to Hastings Main Street and partnering with these chefs and these local farms and having these really cool moments? Is that drawing in people? Is that the whole point?
Absolutely. I mean, anyone that's never been to the venue, I feel like when they come out there and they get to experience, of course, they tell their friends, and it's a great way to draw, people to that experience and to get to know Hastings as well. But I think a lot of it is probably a little more selfish. I just love doing stuff like this. I enjoy being able to support amazing talent like Ellie. Next month, we're doing Sebastian Sikora.
We talked about that yesterday.
Yeah,
Yes.
so we're excited about that. And it's really a time to honor folks that work so hard throughout the year and to kind of showcase them in a way. We give them complete creativity freedom. Like, do your thing, tell us what you envision, and we're here to support you. And that's a lot of fun because every single time it never disappoints. I mean,
Right.
they just create these experiences. Tomorrow night, we're going to have some live music. We found this talented piano player out of Jacksonville. We were at the event at the Waterworks this past weekend, and he was playing there, and he was amazing. So we became BFFs, and now he's coming Saturday.
Oh yeah, there was the
So-
Emma Concert Association
Yeah.
moment. That's awesome. Very,
So,
very cool.
It's really fun to meet new people and give them opportunities to kind of just expand their horizons, and we enjoy every bit of it.
We
so.
we interviewed a brand new musician in this landscape too. She's normally known up in Jax, but Jordan Judith came on our show, and it was so fun to see young and incredibly passionate people that
Yes.
love what they're doing. And I think that that's really what these kind of moments, these vignettes, are all about. I think
Yeah.
that's awesome. So let's also dive into the conversation too about what people can expect. I'm parking the car, I'm opening the door, and I'm walking in. What's the experience like? Is there decor that's going to be a Midsummer Night's Dream kind of theme, or what's the thought process on that?
Yeah, so we try to cap the number of tickets we sell just because we want this to be a more intimate experience. So we try not to do more than 30, 35, people. And it is all done in the front room, which is a smaller, more
Gorgeous.
intimate space.
Yeah.
We'll have live music. It's open bar, so we have cocktails as well as beer and wine. And then it's a long farm table with fresh flowers
Oh, beautiful.
throughout, and kind of a rustic farm feel. You can come barefoot. We're not going to judge
What?
you.
Oh, okay. I like it. It's very Florence and the
Jenna,
Machine. Yes.
why you say that?
You can
It's
also
very
come
natural.
fabulous.
It's Hastings.
But it's going to be a lot of fun.
I love that. I love that. Ellie, what are you looking forward to? Is there one specific dish that you're like, wow, I just can't wait to put this together?
It's funny because I'm not a pastry chef, and I've kind of been leaning into the desserts recently. The dessert is a brown butter chess pie or buttermilk pie.
Wow.
It's partially inspired by like this, was it the crack pie that's at Milk Bar
Yeah.
in New York City that I love.
Absolutely
And,
obsessed, yes.
And then it's also like a super Southern traditional dish too. So kind of like merging the things that are who I am. And then I have some local blueberries I'm topping it with, lemon zest, honey whipped cream. So I think that's something that bringing those flavors together. I'm not a huge dessert person, but making a dessert I actually want to eat, I feel like it's almost more of a challenge and gets me excited about it.
Kind of your niche and kind of like your forte is pairing things that are extraordinary. Do you journal? I mean, do you you try things, you're like, ooh, that wasn't good, but you write things down to remember?
I have a lot of lists and a lot of notes that I never look at again.
Really? Yeah, I know,
But then
yeah.
I do when a menu comes up, I have a lot of things that I have a lot of notebooks all over the place, and I'll try to pull things back up. But sometimes just writing it down helps me be pull it back up. But yeah, I'm constantly coming up with ideas. I'm constantly coming up with, event ideas even, or we'll message somebody that has a space. I'm like, ooh, we should do this next.
Yeah.
So I have a couple pop-up ideas and festival ideas where I'm just like, who do I tell to make this happen?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, one of my concentrations when I talk to people that are creative is always making sure you capitalize on the creativity moment because you just never know when it's going to go away. I mean,
Yeah.
that's sometimes that happens in art in general. How are you resetting? How are you getting that creative? Because literally, Ellie, you go from event to event, and they're
Yeah.
all extraordinary experiences.
I do get like a little bit of the creative fatigue. Like I feel that. I think finding that balance, like hanging out with my son, asking what he's into. Obviously, you guys know, like he's starting a pastry camp with Bethany and Maria next week. But he's really like a lot of inspiration too. We watch like reels together and kind of stay on top of like things that are coming up and
He's
trending.
taking the chef course?
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I want to know all about it. Because my niece is actually interested in doing it too. That's a lot of fun.
He did 2 weeks last year and loved it.
So much fun.
Yeah.
I love
That is
Maria
cool.
and Bethany. They really are a creative duo themselves. That's
Yeah.
great. I love that.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it's honestly, I would say I've just started doing Pilates at Garage.
Okay.
And I started in January, and I'm obsessed. I didn't think that would kind of be a full reset, but I go at 6:30 in the morning, and I'm like ready to do my day.
I love that.
So
Yes.
that has been something that is not kind of everyone who knows me. They're like, "What? You 6:30 in the morning? You?" And I'm like, "I have to,
Yeah.
or else when else do I do it?" So,
Absolutely.
But that has been kind of a nice way for me to just clear my head. And then I also have a 45-minute drive to Ponte Vedra after that. So that also is like, I'm never alone. I have,
What's your route? Do you go A1A Scenic?
A1A,
Oh, absolutely. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
And like there's no cell service.
Yeah.
And I'm like, thank you. Just let me have my moment. Yeah. It's
exactly.
definitely music video documentary hour when I'm driving there. So Jena, Hastings, how is everything looking out there? How are the local businesses? How's the library looking? Give us an update.
Amazing. Yeah, everyone is going strong. I actually saw Justin yesterday from Juniper Market. He's out there and getting so close with their build out. So we're
Fantastic.
excited they're going to be opening soon. Library's working through some, last minute construction things. So hoping they'll be open soon. We don't have a set date for that yet, but it's exciting. They took down the construction fence. So I feel like that's when things are starting to get real. It's looking beautiful. All the businesses are doing good, and everyone's, just chugging along.
Any updates on those lampposts?
So actually, that's a great question. I emailed 2 days ago looking for an update on where we were with construction timeline. We knew from the time they signed the agreement to actual breaking ground, it'd be about 6 months. So we're about a month and a half into it.
That's fantastic.
So, but I keep on poking them and we're excited.
Any hot listings that people need to keep their eyes on, or anything that's out there? Like let's go to Great Expectations and get some more details.
Yeah, we have some great properties right now, and it's a great time to buy. A lot of people are speculating about the interest rates. So I think some of you have seen, most likely the Fed is going to raise rates this fall rather than doing another drop. So a lot of folks are getting into action right now, trying to capitalize on the lower
Was
rates.
it setting at
before.
6%-ish right now-ish?
Yeah, I mean, depending on your
Compared to
credit
the
and
80s,
all
it's
the-
still
yeah.
wonderful.
Oh, I tell people, I'm like, this is actually a really good, healthy rate. This is
Exactly.
a stabilized interest rate. We're not going to see 2 and 3% again, probably. So, but I have a property that was a VA loan, and the buyer is VA, and they're assuming a 2.5% interest rate right now.
Whoa.
So that's a big thing.
Yeah.
There's some loans that can be assumed. We're seeing a lot of that in this market, but
We've had some sunnies out there in comments, and I think I tagged you into about thinking about getting a second home and coming to St. Augustine. Is that what's a perfect start for them to start looking at properties? Do you guys have a website or anything?
yeah, if you go to gerealty.us, we have a lot of our listings there. If you're looking for creativity and kind of thinking outside the box, like you start getting into DSCR loans for investment properties, there's some amazing opportunities for that. It's best to call first, because then we can say, all right, this property would qualify for that, this one would cash flow, and kind of help tailor to your needs. But yeah, it's a great time.
It's a great time. It's always great to be here with both of you guys. Thank you so much for your time today. Talk about these tickets real quick. Where can people start signing up and start getting involved with Midsummer Night's Farm Dream? Saying it all wrong.
Yes.
Midsummer
Yeah,
Farms. Yeah, table. Go ahead.
So you can get tickets on all of our socials. We're all tagged, so the venue or even Hastings Main Street. We do donate a portion of the proceeds to Hastings Main Street.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so that's always super cool. We try to support that through all of our different events we do. But you can also buy tickets on Ellie's pages or the venue's pages. But yeah, we still have, I think, 4 or 5 tickets left. So definitely pop online, grab your tickets today, and we hope to see you tomorrow night.
And Ellie, what can we look forward to? You're always up to something.
Ooh. I do have a couple of meetings with local chefs, have some space available for pop-ups.
Fabulous.
Kind of doing maybe a more long-term, like a 3-night kind of dinner pop-up, something like that. I also have some things in the work with Pena Peck House again.
Yay!
So I'm super excited. I do have some like kind of longer-term things that I'm working on, and I'm hoping to take a little break in the July time.
Good.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Good. You
Good.
deserve it. You're amazing.
Thank
Ladies,
you.
thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.
Guys, we're going to take a quick break with Maritime Creative and Flashes and Brilliance.